Hello everyone, welcome to Plutus IAS. Today is the fourth day when we are discussing the history prelims of the program, and tomorrow we will take a further. Okay. So yesterday we had discussed the 30 questions, 25 questions from the medieval Indian history. Okay. So today we will discuss before 2 days, है ना, before 2 days we were discussing first day it was ancient India, second day it was medieval India, and the third day it was the modern India. So third day we discussed from the 18th century onwards to the 19th century period. Okay. So today we will start from the time of the 1850s after. So 1850s to 1920s and 30s we will discuss today, and then again tomorrow we will take up the last time we will discuss the national movement, especially particularly we will discuss national movement there. Okay. So let us start discussing and let us see that whether we are able to solve this or not. Okay. So in this what we will do, firstly let us have a brief discussion on the syllabus, and this syllabus we already have done yesterday if you remember. Okay. So this syllabus we see that there are total 12 chapters in modern India, and we had discussed one by one that what were these 12 chapters in medieval India till this time. Okay. So let us directly start going with the topics, है ना, हम टॉपिक पे ही चलते हैं एंड डिस्कस करते हैं कि क्या है. तो क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से ही we will discuss the theme of the topic and theme of the questions whatever comes. So today I have taken 30 questions to discuss from modern India, especially after the 1850s. So it is a beginning point of the Indian national movement, and then tomorrow we will do the main phase of the Indian national movement after 1920s onwards. Okay. So let us discuss one by one, and with questions we will be discussing the themes, है ना. क्वेश्चन के साथ ही हम थीम डिस्कस करेंगे आज. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो है, इफ यू सी द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, the first question is related to the Indian industries. Okay, the first question is related to Indian industries, and let us see whether we are able to solve this question or not. Okay. So the first question is with reference to the development of modern industries during the 19th century, consider the following statement. Okay. The machine age in India began when steel, metallurgy and the machine industries were started in 1850s. Okay. Second is that, second statement, in cotton textile industry, the foreign capital held much larger share than the Indian capital. The third, the railway policy had freight rates encourage the trade in domestic products. Okay. How many of the above statements are correct? Only one, only two, all three, and none of the above. Okay. So what will be the answer for us, है ना. हमारा आंसर क्या होगा? प्लीज एवरीवन प्लीज टेक अ पॉज, यू हैव 20 सेकेंड एंड यू प्लीज आंसर की व्हाट मे बी द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन, है ना. आपके अनुसार इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? प्लीज आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके. सो टेक अ पॉज एंड देन आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, देन वी विल डिस्कस द अदर क्वेश्चन. ओके. See whether you are able to answer it not. So you have bring your paper and copy with you, and then you please answer. So today we are going to have discussion of 30 questions. So you mark yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, and whether you see that whether your solution was correct or not. Okay. Alright. So let us see whether we are correct. You are correct here or not. Okay. So machine age in India began when steel, metallurgy and machine industries were started in the 1850s. The point is machine age in India, है ना. The machine age in India started in 1850s. This is true. Machine age started in 1850s. It is true statement. This statement is true. But the machine stage started in the textile industries. Okay, it started with the coming of the textile industries only. Okay, so this will be coming by the time of the textile industry. So textile mill, it is coming with the textile mill and jute mill. Textile and jute industries will start with the 1850s, and with the starting point, that is textile and the jute industry, the machine age will start. However, steel, metallurgy and the machine, these three industries only developed in India after 1910. So half of the statements are correct and the other half of statements are not correct. Okay, student. So, so a statement 1 will be false. All right. Statement 1 will be false. So this statement is false technically. Statement 2, in cotton textile industry, foreign capital held much larger share than the Indian capital. See, in all other industries, foreign capital had larger share. In all other industries, foreign capital had larger share, but only in case of the cotton textile industry. Only in case of the cotton textile industry, the foreign capital was not larger, where was it was a Indian capital which was larger. Okay, so this statement is also false. In case of all industries, Indian capital was very less and foreign capital was very high, but only in case of the textile industry, Indian capital was large, high, and the foreign capital was not like that one. Okay, so in this question, what we see, this is a false, and this statement is also false. Then railway policy and the freight rates encourage the trade in domestic products. No, it had not encouraged the trade in the domestic products, but in the they were facilitating only the import items. They were facilitating only the import items. Okay, so this statement will also be false. So all three statements are false in this question. So the question, how many of the above statements are correct? So answer will be none of the above. Okay, so none of the statement is correct at this point. All right. So in this question, the answer will be D. Okay, so let us see the other questions now. This question talks about, with reference to the 19th century Indian economy, consider the following statement. Okay, 19th century Indian economy, consider the following statements. Okay, so what are we going to see here? Statement 1, the poverty of India during this period can be mainly attributed as the remnant of the Mughal period and of the pre-British past. Okay, the second is, Britain subordinated the Indian economy to its own economy and determined the basic social trends in India according to her own needs. Okay, so what will be the solution of this question? Statement 1 seems to be false. Why? Because poverty was not due to the Mughals, and not to the attribute, the points coming from the Mughal or the pre-British era. The poverty was the main founding point of the British rule, and povertiness and the exploitation of the British rule in India. So technically this statement is false. So once the statement 1 is false, so the answer will be D. Statement 1 is incorrect, but the statement 2 is correct. Okay, so answer will be simple and clear. The answer will be D. Okay, so D will be the answer of this question. D will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. Then let us see this question and the questions. The consider the following fairs. The East India Association is Surendranath Banerjee. No, this is false. This is Dadabhai Naoroji. Then we have Indian Association of Kolkata. Yes, true. Bombay Presidency is Dadabhai Naoroji. No, Dadabhai Naoroji is founded this one. So this is false. Madras Mahajan Sabha Anand Charlu. Yes, it is true. So questions are asking that how many statements are matched. कितने match है? So the only 2 will be the answer of this. Only 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. Right. So let us see the other questions now. So what are we going to find here is that question number 4. With reference to the Indian National Congress, consider the following statements. Okay, and what is these statements are saying to us? It is saying the first session of the Indian National Congress was presided over by its founder A.O. Hume. The second, the leaders of the Congress accepted Hume's help as they did not want arouse official hostility towards the efforts of political activity. So which of the statements given above are correct? 1, 2 only, both N 1 and 2, and neither 1 nor 2. Okay, so how many? So which of the statements are true? The first statement is not true because the president of the first session was W.C. Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee. So, this statement, it is founded by AO Home, but it is not presided over by AO Home. W.C. Banerjee had presided the first session in Bombay in 1885. So, this statement is false and second statement is true. So, answer for us will be B. 4 answer will be B. Okay. So, B will be answer of this question. All right, student. Okay. So, let us see the other topic, other questions. The questions are saying, with reference to the Indian Council Act of 1892, consider the following statements. Okay. So, number of the members of the Imperial Legislative Council as well as the Provincial Council was increased. 1892. The nationalists welcomed the provisions and the changes brought by the Indian Council Act of 1892. So, which of the statements given above are correct? Only one, two only, okay, one only, two only, both and none. So, let us take a breath short 20 seconds and see whether you are able to answer this question or not. Okay. So, if we see this point, we are going to find that it is true that the number of the Imperial Legislative Council as well as the Provincial Councils were increased according to the Indian Council Act of 1892. But however, Indians were very much dissatisfied with the council provisions. Why? Because they have trying to get some reforms and the privilege for the Indians into the council. So, election, though there is no proper elections was told in the council. So, Indians were very much dissatisfied. So, Indians did not welcome the provisions and the changes brought by the Indian Council Act of 1892. So, here the statement 2 will be false. Statement 2 is false, statement 1 is true. So, the answer will be A. A will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. So, now let us see the question 6. With reference to the demands by the early nationalists, consider the following statements. Okay. Nationalists demanded the separation of Nationalists demanded the separation of the judicial from the executive power. Okay. 2. They emphasized on the spread of primary education among the masses, but nothing concrete was demanded regarding the technical and the higher education. They urged for the development of the agricultural bands to save peasants from the clutches of the money lenders. Okay, so what will be the answer of this question? If you see the first one, the nationalists demanded the separation of the judicial from the executive power. This statement is true. Okay, this statement is true. Whereas in the second, they emphasize on the spirit of primary education. This is true among the masses, but the nothing concrete was demanded regarding the technical and the higher education. This is false, because the nationalists have not only demanded the spread of primary education, but they had also insisted the demand regarding the technical and the higher education. So, this statement 2 is false. Statement 2 is false. Statement 3, they had urged for the development agricultural bank for the peasants and especially to peasants to save them from the clutches of the money lenders. So, this statement is also true. So, statement 1 and 3 is true, and other statements, the statement 2 is false. So, answer of this question will be only 2. So, B will be the answer of this question. B will be the answer of this question. Okay, student, any doubt till now? All right. So, let us go further. Question number 7. Question number 7 especially it discuss about the national movement and the national league and Indian associations. So, this is generally talking about that what is the conditions of Muslims into India and how were their role. Okay, so let us discuss this question and whether see that we are able to solve this one or not. Okay, so if we see the statement 1, then what do you find? The question is saying that with reference to the Indian national movement, consider the following statement. Statement 1 is the All India Muslim League was founded in 1906 under the leadership of Aga Khan and Nawab Mohsin ul Mulk. Okay, the Muslim League had opposed the partition of Bengal led by Lord Curzon, the Governor General of the time in 1905. Okay, at the Lucknow session of 1916. Indian National Congress accepted the demand of separate electorates by the Muslim League. Okay, so they are asking that how many of the statements are true. Okay, only one, only two, all three, or none. Let us see whether we are able to answer this question or not at this point. Okay, so what we see, All India Muslim League was founded in 1906 under the leadership of Aga Khan and Nawab Mohsin ul Mulk. This statement is true. The Muslim League opposed the partition of Bengal made by Lord Curzon. Muslim League had not opposed it, okay, not opposed it, but it had supported it. Muslim League had supported the partition of Bengal led by Lord Curzon. This statement too is false. At the Lucknow session of 1916, Indian National Congress accepted the demand of separate electorate by the Muslim League. Okay, so this statement is true. This statement is true. So answer of this question will be B. Okay, so only 2 will be the answer of this question. Only 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, all right. So I hope you understood this question. Next question is related to the Ahrar movement. This is related to the Ahrar movement, है ना. So let us see that whether what is the nature of this Ahrar movement and how can be this movement taken into the consideration about the Indian national movement. Okay, so this movement is a very important movement in the India's struggle for independence. Okay, so let us see whether we are able to solve this question or not. So question number 8 is with reference to the Ahrar movement, consider the following statements. Okay, so it is said it was founded under the leadership of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and Muhammad Ali Ansari. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and Muhammad Ali Ansari, the first one. Okay, it was launched to support the loyalist politics of the Aligarh School and the Muslim League, the second statement. And the third is it had advocated the active participation in the militant nationalist activities. Okay, so let us see whether we are able to solve this question or not. Okay, so in this question generally the first point will be that कौन-कौन सा points है उसको हम एक-एक करके समझते हैं and we'll see that whether we are able to solve this question or not. Okay, so one by one करते हैं. So this movement, the Ahrar movement was founded under the leadership of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and Muhammad Ali Ansari. Okay, so this statement will be false because it is founded by Maulana Muhammad Ali, है ना. It is not founded by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. This is false. It is founded by Maulana Muhammad Ali. Okay, so this is founded by Maulana Muhammad Ali. Hakim Ajmal Khan and Hassan Imran Okay, so this statement is false. It was launched to support the loyalist politics of the Aligarh School and the Muslim League. Okay, so this statement this is also false because these young people, Maulana Muhammad Ali, this one, they had disliked the loyalist politics of Aligarh School and the big Nawab Zamindar. So this statement is false. They had not supported, but they had disliked it, and of course it had advocated the active participation in the militant nationalist movement. So this statement will be true. The statement 3 is true. So the first 2 statements are false. So answer will be A. Only 1 is the answer of this question. Okay, only 1 is the answer of this question. All right, student. So let us have a discussion on question number 9, and let us see that whether we are able to found this movement or not. This movement, this question is especially related to the the home rule league movement, है ना, the home rule league movement. Okay, so what is the main nature of this movement and what is the main objective of the movement when it started in India? Okay, so the question number 9 says that with respect to the home rule league, which of the following statement is incorrect, है ना. इन 4 में से कौन से incorrect है. So, the Indian Home Rule League was organized on the lines of the Irish Home Rule League. ये पॉइंट क्या है, आयरिश होम रूल लीग को ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ है. सेकेंड, द ऑब्जेक्टिव वाज टू डिमांड सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट और होम रूल विद इन द ब्रिटिश कॉमनवेल्थ. थर्ड, एंग्लो इंडियंस एंड द नॉन ब्राह्मण्स फ्रॉम द साउथ इंडिया डिड नॉट ज्वाइन द होम रूल लीग मूवमेंट. ओके, देन वी हैव द सुब्रमण्यम अय्यर रिनाउंस हिज knighthood after the arrest of the Tilak and his associates. Okay, so this is your questions. So let us see what will be the answer of this question. Statement 1, if we go to the statement 1, then what do you find? इनमें से incorrect कौन सा है? Indian Home Rule League were organized on the lines of the Irish Home Rule League movement. This statement is true. Okay, then ये true है तो इसका आंसर ये नहीं होगा, incorrect पूछ रहे हैं. ठीक है, the objective was to demand self government or the home rule league within the British Commonwealth. This is also true. The Anglo Indians and the non Brahmins from the South India did not join the home rule league program. Okay, this is also true, and the C will also be true. S. Subramaniam Iyer renounced his knighthood after the arrest of the Tilak and associates. See, he had renounced his knighthood in this home rule league movement. Okay, but it is not after the arrest of Tilak. It is not after the arrest of the Tilak, but he had renounced especially after the arrest of the Annie Besant and her associate. है ना, when the Annie Besant and her associates, especially associates were B.P. Wadia, George Arundale, they are arrested. So, in the arrest of the Annie Besant and her associates, Subramaniam Iyer had renounced his knighthood after the arrest. Okay, so what we see? So, in this question, D is a false statement. D is a false statement. So, our answer technically will be D. So, D will be the answer of our question. Okay, student. तो अभी तक आप लोगों ने कितना क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर पाए हैं? लेट अस सी, है ना, देखिएगा कितना क्वेश्चन आपने सॉल्व कर पाया है. ठीक है, तो लेट अस गो टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. So, with reference to the home rule movement during the freedom struggle, consider the following statements. One of the aims was to promote political education through public meetings and organizing classes for the students on politics. ये पहला स्टेटमेंट है ना. The statement 2 is related to, if you see the statement 2 says the Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru opposed home rule league led by Annie Besant. 3. There were no communal riots during the home rule agitation. Okay, so how many of the above statements are true? तब कितने हैं, है ना? Out of these 3 statements, how many statements are correct? Let us see one by one. Okay, so in this question number 10, if we see the point number 1 से हम जाएंगे. So, home rule agitation was especially also one of the main aims of to promote the education and through the public meetings. ये है points, है ना. So, the points है Chittaranjan Das and Motilal had opposed the home rule movement led by this one, है ना. So, what we see, this statement will be false because later it was joined by Motilal Nehru. So, Motilal Nehru had supported this. So, this statement will be false. Statement तो false होगा. There were no communal riots during the home rule agitation. Communal riots, this is false, है ना, because the communal riots were witnessed during 1917 to 1918. So, this is also false. Its main aim was to promote political education through public meetings and organizing the classes for the students on the politics. Okay, so this statement will be true for us. So 10 का आंसर जो होगा वो A है ना. So A will be the answer of the 10. Only one is correct in this sentence. Only one is correct in this sentence. Okay, student. So let us now discuss different questions. So question number 11. Consider the following statements with respect to the Lucknow session of 1916 of the Indian National Congress. है ना. The Lucknow session is very much important for everyone. Why? It was very much important from the nationalist point of view, because this is a session which had united the extremists and moderates in India, दोनों को इन्होंने यूनाइट किया है ना. So let us see the question. So question 11 says that consider the following statements with respect to the Lucknow session of 1916 of the Indian National Congress. Okay. So what is said, this so this session, this Lucknow session of 1916 was presided by a moderate leader, Ambika Charan Majumdar. Okay. The second, Lucknow Pact was signed between Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Between Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Okay. Third, Muslim leagues were granted fifth opposition of seats in the legislatures at all India and provincial levels. Okay. So the what will be the solution of this question? इस question का solution क्या होगा? Let us see. Okay. So let us discuss one by one. It was presided over by moderate leader Ambika Charan Majumdar. It is true. He is the one who had united moderate and extremists in the 1916. Division कब हुआ था? 1907 Surat session, which was suspended. Okay. So division happened in the Surat in 1907, and now the unity among the moderate and the extremists came into existence in the 1916. Okay. So what happened here is that, so Lucknow session, the पहला question सही है, statement is true. Second, Lucknow Pact was signed between Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who reunited, है ना, reunited, and the Muhammad Ali Jinnah. This is true. This statement is true. This is related to the that they will accept that there won't be violence here, है ना, there won't be difference between Hindu and Muslim. Statement 3, the Muslims were granted, since the Muslims have accepted that that there won't be a differentiation between Congress and the Muslim League, and both the parties will take the same demand to the Britishers, and the same demand. Both the party will have consensus on the same demand. Okay. So when Muslim League had accepted this demand, so they were granted fixed proportion of seats in the legislature at all India and the provincial level. So in this, so the all three statement will be true, है ना. Question number 11, all three statements are true. So answer of this question will be C. Okay. C will be the answer of this question. All right, student. Then we have, with reference to the Montesquieu-Chelmsford reforms, consider the following statements. Okay. It introduced for the first time the bicameralism and the direct elections in the country. है ना. It extended the principle of communal representation by providing separate electorates for Sikhs, Indian Christians and the Dalits. It provided for the establishment of the Public Service Commission. Okay. So how many statements of these are true? Okay. So if you see this statement, let us discuss one by one. So it introduced for the first time the bicameralism. Bicameralism is a system where there are two groups in the assembly. One is upper house, other is a lower house. Yes, this is the first time the bicameralism was brought into India, and then it also brought a direct elections and a direct elections. So bicameralism, lower house and the upper house, legislative council and the legislative assembly was brought into this. So this statement is true. The statement जो है true है. It extended the principle of communal representation. Yes, it had brought a communal representation, but by providing separate electorates for whom? Sikh, Indian Christians and the Europeans, not the Dalit, Okay. So Dalit issue was not here. So this statement will be false, and this statement will be false for us. All right, student. So if we see the question other, question number 12 का दूसरा point हम देखें, then it provided for the establishment of the Public Service Commission. This statement is true. It had provided. So answer of this question will be 1 and 3. So that is become the only 2. So only 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. Only 2 is the answer of this question. All right. So now let us see that what is the मेन कॉन्सेप्ट और इसको हम किस तरह से अभी समझ सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 डिस्कस करते हैं. नंबर 13 इज रिलेटेड टू द रॉलेट एक्ट. यू नो दैट रॉलेट एक्ट इज वेरी मच फेमस एंड वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट व्हाट इज द मेन वर्किंग ऑफ द रॉलेट एक्ट. रॉलेट एक्ट इज द वन विच हैज ब्राउट इंडियंस इनटू द सत्याग्रह, and Gandhi had launched Satyagraha, then he was arrested, and then Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened on the 13th April 1919. Okay. So we know the Rowlatt Act. So let us discuss what is the 3 points on the Rowlatt Act, and all of these points are correct or not. Okay. So what is happening here? They are asking that consider the following statements with respect to the anarchical and revolutionary crimes at 1919, है ना, जिसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, this act is also called as a Rowlatt Act. इसी को हम Rowlatt Act भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है. So the question is asking that all the elected members of the Central Legislative Council had opposed it. First point. Second, it was the extension of the Defense of India Regulation Act 1915. Third, गांधी जी लॉन्च हिज सत्याग्रह स्ट्राइक अगेंस्ट इट, है ना, गांधी ने अपना सत्याग्रह स्ट्राइक अगेंस्ट से इनसे कराया. ओके, तो 13 में से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट सही होगा? लेट अस सी वन बाय वन, है ना. 1 2 3 4 कितने स्टेटमेंट सही है? ओनली 1, ओनली 2, ओनली 3. तो इट्स ऑल द इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स ऑफ द सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली हैड अपोज इट. सारे इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स ने अपोज किया था, ठीक है. बट द nominated member had not supported the elected members. So all the members had not opposed it, but yes, true that all the elected members had opposed this one. So this statement is true. And all the members होता तो नहीं true होता. All the elected members had supported it. This statement is true. It was extension of the Defense of India Regulation Act 1915. It is false because it was only brought in the 1918 discussion में आया, 1919 में it was passed one. So this statement is false. Gandhi ji launched his first mass strike against the this year, and that is known as a Rowlatt Satyagraha that led to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre that we know. One other point you should know that there is a very famous historian and his name is Ravinder Kumar. Okay, Ravinder Kumar is a very famous historian. Okay, and he had written a book called Rowlatt Satyagraha, है ना. The Rowlatt Satyagraha पर उनकी किताब ही है. In that book he argued that it was the Rowlatt Satyagraha which changed the nature and the quality of national movement and which made Gandhi as a national hero. It was Rowlatt Satyagraha who had converted Gandhi as a national hero. He became famous nationwide. Okay, so this statement is true. So answer of this question will be 2, है ना. So only B, है ना, only 2 are the correct statements here at this topic. Okay, so let us discuss the other important things. So when we go to the question number 14, especially this question is related to the Champaran Satyagraha. You already know that Champaran Satyagraha occurred in the 1917, and what was the background of Champaran Satyagraha? In the Champaran Satyagraha, Rajkumar Shukla came to Lucknow. He was inviting Gandhi to go to Champaran. Then he went to Champaran. We have a lot of the stories, है ना. Firstly, Gandhi had refused to go to Champaran. Then he, after 4 times, he said that he will go to Champaran. Okay, so let us see about the Champaran Satyagraha. That what are the statements? So there are 3 statements here, and let us see that how many statements are correct from the Champaran Satyagraha. Okay, so the question 14 says, with reference to the Champaran Satyagraha, consider the following statements, and consider the following statement. Okay, so question is, the first point is saying it was the first act of civil disobedience by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Okay, second, Rajkumar Shukla requested Mahatma Gandhi to help with farmers from the exploitative Tindatia system of the European planters. And third, Narhari Parikh, JB Triplani and Mahadev Desai joined Mahatma Gandhi in the Champaran Satyagraha. Do you know the first statement is true? This was the first civil disobedience movement in India, है ना. Do not go on the name कि CDM तो 1930 में हुआ था. Okay, so this was a civil disobedience, मतलब the especially the people are boycotting the support. The people are boycott the support of the British, है ना. So this is a civil disobedience. Name was not there, but if you include the kind of disobedience, so this was the first civil disobedience movement started by Gandhi. Okay, Champaran Satyagraha. Then Rajkumar Shukla requested Gandhi. Yes, it is true, in the Lucknow session. So this is 1916. So this statement is true. And we have Narhari Parikh, JB Kriplani and Mahadev Desai joined Mahatma Gandhi in the Champaran Satyagraha. This statement is also true. So answer of this question will be C. Okay. So C will be the answer of this question. Let us see the next question. With reference to the non-cooperation movement, consider the following statement, है ना. Non-cooperation movements क्या statement है? Let us see whether we are able to solve it or not. Khilafat committee launched the non-cooperation movement and Tilak actively participated in it. Okay, first point. They, especially the boycott of the legislative council, was one of the mandate of this movement. Bardoli resolution called for the picketing of the liquor shops and the formation of the volunteer corps. है ना. तो how many statements are true from this question, है ना. इस statement में से कितने क्वेश्चन सही है ना. If you go to discuss this point, so you will find only one statement is true here, है ना. Only one statement is true here. Why? Because Khilafat committee started a campaign of non-cooperation and movement was formally launched in the 1920. Okay, Tilak had died by this time, and Tilak had died by this time. So Tilak idea that Tilak had actively participated. So this statement one is false, है ना, because Tilak died by this time, है ना. Tilak तो पहले ही इनका death हो गया था. So this is not the one. Okay. Then what happened about the second, about the boycott, है ना. That boycott the legislative council was one of the mandates of this movement. Okay. C.R. Das were not willing to include a boycott of the council. So everyone was not supporting the boycott of council. So this statement 2 will also be false, है ना. Statement 2 भी false होगा. So only one statement is true here is the statement 3, है ना. So here the answer will be only 1. Okay, student. So only one will be the answer of this question. All right. So let us see question number 16. Question number 16. With reference to the Brahm Samaj, consider the following statements, है ना. देखते हैं कि इनका statement कौन कौन सा सही है, कौन सही नहीं है. ठीक है. So it popularized the doctrine of the Vedas are infallible. All right. Agenda was to purify Hinduism based on monotheism. ठीक है. It denied the need for a priestly class for interpreting the religious text, है ना. तो ये जो statement है question 16. So what of the statements will be the points, है ना. So statement 1 is true, है ना. तो इसमें जो है दो statement true है, the statement 1 and this one. So the two statements are true in this question. All right, students. तो इनमें से दो statement सही है और one statement is a false. All right. So answer of this question will be only 2, है ना. दो statement सही होगा. आपने देखा 3 में से 2 सही है. Then question number 17. In case of question number 17, the question number 17 is related to none other than the movement that is called the Paramahans Mandali, है ना. It is related to the socio-religious reform movement in the Western India, है ना. Western India के socio-religious reform movement से related है. So Paramahans Mandali was the first socio-religious organization of Maharashtra, है ना. First socio-religious organization of Maharashtra. Then Mahadev Govind Ranaje was popularly known as a Lokahitavadi. And R.G. Bhandarkar and the Veere Salingam were they associated with the Pratna Samaj. Okay. So how many of the above statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 and all. Okay. So in this question, if we see one by one, okay, so what we come to know in this question, the Paramahans Mandali was the first socio-religious organization of the Maharashtra. This statement is true, है ना. Statement जो है, this statement is true and this was founded by 1840, है ना. 1840 में ही and Paramahans it was founded by the Paramahans only. So this was 1840. So this was the first set of religious organization, socio-religious organization in the Maharashtra region. So statement 1 is true. Okay. Statement 2, Mahadev Govind Ranaje was popularly known as a Lokahitwad, है ना. So Lokhitvadi. So this is not a Mahadev Govind Ranade. This is not a Mahadev Govind Ranade. But the answer of this question will be Gopal Hari Deshmukh, है ना. So it was Gopal Hari Deshmukh, है ना. Gopal Hari Deshmukh, who was known as a Lokahitwad. So technically this statement 2 will be false. R.G. Bhandarkar and the Veere Salingam was associated with the Pratna Samaj. So this statement is true, है ना. They have taken this Samaj to the South India also. So, yes, in this question the statement the total answer will be B. Only 2 statements are true in this question है ना, इसमें सिर्फ only 2 statements are true. Okay. So, let us discuss now question number 18, and question number 18 is related to Ramakrishna Paramahans. It is related to Ramakrishna Paramahans and this one. Okay. In this question what is saying, the question is saying that consider the following statements. Okay. Ramakrishna Paramahans emphasized that the service of the man was the service of God. Okay. Swami Vivekananda was the discipline, he was a discipline of Ramakrishna Paramahans. Ramakrishna mission laid emphasis on the personal salvation. Okay. The question number 18, and what are the questions are true. So, if you go one by one in the question 18, Ramakrishna Paramahans emphasized on the service of the man was on the service of the God. This is true. So, this statement about the Ramakrishna Paramahans is true. Second point, Swami Vivekananda was the discipline of Ramakrishna Paramahans. This is also true. And Ramakrishna mission laid emphasis on the personal salvation. So, this question is also true. Okay. So, all the 3 statements are true in this question. So, technically the answer for us will be all 3. So, C will be the answer of this question, C. Then question number 19, this is related to Swami Dayanand Saraswati है ना. Let us see how many statements out of this 3 are true here. Okay. इनमें से 3 स्टेटमेंट में से कौन-कौन से स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है, वन बाय वन हम बात करेंगे. ठीक है. So, he regarded the Vedas as infallible but opposed the idolatry, ritual and priesthood. Of course, he is the one na, he said back to Vedas, and but he was not, he used to believe that Veda are the purest forms of anything है ना. Veda सबसे pure है, whereas the period which came after the Veda become corrupt. So, he was not supporting Brahmanism and other traditions came after Vedas. Okay. So, he was supporting the Veda only, but the later periods में जो भी Brahmanas Aryan का जाए, that were not supported by him. So, yes, true that Dayanand Saraswati had regarded the Veda as infallible, but he had opposed idolatry, ritual and the priesthood. So, this statement 1 is true. Statement 2, he started a Gurukul near Haridwar to propagate more traditional ideals of education. So, no, this is the Hansraj and other people. So, this Gurukul period is, so after the death of Dayanand Saraswati, the Arya Samaj was split into 2 parts on the idea of meat eating and the Western education. ठीक है. इन दोनों में से 2 पार्ट बन गया. One is a Gurukul part and other become a DAB part है ना, modern and the Dayanand Anglo-Vedic educations है ना. So, DAB and then this one. So, there are 2 divisions. So, the Gurukuls are founded only in the later period. Gurukul कब बना है? So, Gurukuls are founded only in the later years. Okay. So, this was started by the near Haridwar, especially Swami Sardhanand है ना. So, Swami Sardhanand will be the correct answer here. So, this statement true is false है ना. Statement 2 जो है वो false है. Statement 3, Arya Samaj objective was to prevent the conversion of Hindus, which become a contributory factor in the growth of communalism. Okay. So, this statement is also true. A statement is also true. So, technically our answer will be B. The only B will be the answer of our question. Okay, student. So, let us discuss question number 20 now. So, question number 20 is related to the Theosophical Society. It is related to Theosophical Society, and let us see whether we are able to answer this or not. Okay. So, in this question it says that, what does it say? This question especially say that Theosophical Society का क्या nature था. You already know that the Theosophical Society is founded in United States by Madam H.P. Blavatsky and the Colonel H.S. Allott. It is founded in then. Its main purpose was to revive and rejuvenate those religions which are losing their importance globally. Okay. तो ये रिवाइव करना था जैनिज्म, बुद्धिज्म, जोरास्ट्रियनिज्म एंड हिंदुज्म है ना. ये इनका मेन पर्पस था इन सबको रिवाइव करना. ओके. इट इज़ फाउंडेड इन यूएसए, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका इन 1886. ओके. So, what is the main purpose of them in India? Let us discuss one by one है ना. So, with reference to the Theosophical Society, consider the following statements. It was a revivalist movement and advocated the revival of Hinduism. This statement is true. This statement is true. Then we have the theosophical movement grew in India under the leadership of any Besant. Yes, this is also true, है ना, especially after the death of Madam the Blavatsky. Yes, true. And then Madam Blavatsky shifted the society's headquarters to India at Adyar from the United States of America. So this statement is also true. So in this question, all of the three statements are true. So technically our answer will be C. हमारा आंसर क्या होगा? So C will be our answer of this question. Okay, student. So let us discuss the other question, that is question number 21. In this 21, consider the following statements. So Mohammedan Literary Society was against the Western scientific knowledge. है ना? It is Mohammedan Literary Society was based against the Western scientific knowledge. So this statement is false. ये statement क्या है? False है ना? नहीं सही है. Sayyid Ahmad Khan encouraged the Indian Muslims to join the national movement, है ना? Encouraged the Indian Muslim to join the national movement, है ना? He was against it. So this is also false. So Chirag Ali, है ना? Chirag Ali, Altaf Hussain Ali and the Maulana Shibli Mutumani were the followers of the Sayyid Ahmad Khan. They are the one who played a very crucial role also in the founding of the Mohammedan Anglo-Vedic school, that is a Mao college, है ना? So this statement is true. So answer will be only one, है ना? First, A will be the answer of this question. Okay, students. So A will be the answer of 21 question. So let us discuss question number 21, and this 21 question are related to the Rehumanai, the Majdasayan Sabha, है ना? This is let us read this with reference to the Rehnumai Majdasayan Sabha. Consider the following statement. It was started by S.S. Bengali and the Noroji Furdonji in 1851. It is also supported and founded by Dadabhai Noroji. So this statement is true. It fought for the women's education and their social status. It is also true. So answer of ours will be 22, है ना? So 22 का C होगा answer. C. Both A and 2, both 1 and 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, student, got the point till now. So let us discuss now the further question. Here, consider the following statements about the Akali movement. Akali started a movement to remove the Trap Mohans from the Sikh Gurdwara. Yes, this is true in the 1920s. The movement led to the introduction of the Sikh Gurdwara. It is also true. Akalis participated in the Indian independence movement against the British government. And India's independence government against the British movement. है ना? British government. So this is also true. So answer of our question will be C. All the three statements related to the Akali Dal are true here at. Okay. So this is C. The next one. Consider the following statements. In the 19th century, the newly educated persons were inspired by the humanistic and the ideals of social equality. In the 19th century, the newly educated persons were inspired by the humanistic ideals of the social equality. This is true. In the 20th century, the national movement became the main propagator of the social reforms. Yes, they were talking, all the leaders were talking about the social reform. So this statement 2 is also true. During the 19th century, the social reforms were linked with the religious reforms, but in the later years, they were increasingly secular in approach. So this statement is also true. Okay. So answer of our question will be C. Okay. The C will be the answer of this question. Okay. A very easy question है ना, बहुत आसान question था. Then with reference to the position of women in the 19th and the 20th century, consider the following statements. The Hindu women had no right to inherit property. Hindu women had no right to inherit property. 1. Then Dufferin hospitals were started to make modern medicine and child delivery techniques available to the Indian women. True. ये भी true है. Then All India Women's Conference was established in 1927 to improve the educational efforts for women and children. Yes, this statement is also true. Okay, so all three statements will be true in this question. तीनों के तीनों सही है. Question number 26. Consider the following statements. Entire national movement opposed the caste privileges and फाउट फॉर इक्वल सिविल राइट्स, है ना। ये क्वेश्चन जो है, क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहा है, सो दिस इन दिस क्वेश्चन द क्वेश्चन इज टॉकिंग दैट द इंटायर मूवमेंट, है ना, द इंटायर मूवमेंट दैट इज हैपनिंग, है ना, वो क्या मूवमेंट है, द क्वेश्चन इज टॉकिंग दैट the entire national movement opposed the caste privileges and fought for equal civil rights. This statement is true. ये statement जो है ये true है. The second statement is that, so second statement is one religion, one caste and the one God for mankind. One religion, one caste and one God for mankind was a slogan coined by Gandhi. No, this is not true. This statement is not true. It is false. It is in Kerala. Sri Narayan Guru is the one who organized a lifelong struggle against the caste system, and the Sri Narayan Guru is the one who coined this word, this phrase, especially this slogan, one religion, one caste and one God for humankind. Okay, so the second statement is false. So answer of our question, which of the statements are true? So one only, है ना, one only will be the answer of our question. Okay, question 27. With reference to the non-changers, consider the following statements. This school of thought was headed by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and the M.A. Ansari. They voted the entry to the legislative councils. They emphasized on the constructive program on Hindu-Muslim unity. Okay, so how many statements of these questions are true in 27? Okay, so if you see in these questions, all three are questions, all three are true. Why all three are true? Because firstly the school of thought was headed by Sardar Patel and the Muhammad Ali Ansari, है ना, no changers थे लोग, where C.R. Das and other people were changers. Then they boycotted the entry to the legislative council. Yes, and C.R. Das had not boycotted, he had supported. Then third, they emphasized on the constructive program and the Hindu-Muslim unity. Okay, so this all three statements are true in this question. Okay, so let us so answer will be C. The Congress Khilafat Swarajya Party accepted the Congress program except for the boycott of the council elections, है ना, except for the boycott of the council election. Okay. Then in 1924, Gandhi succeeded in his efforts to unite the no changer and Swaraj. No, he could not succeed, है ना, ये सही है, he could not succeed. The revisionist school of thought was led by Madan Mohan Malviya, Lala Lajpat Rai and the N.C. Kelkar. So this is true. So answer will be B. Only 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. So next one, 29. Consider the following statements. There was rise of a new left wing in the Congress under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru and the Subhash Chandra Bose. True. The first Bengal Conference of the Students was presided over by Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. So this statement is false because it is presided not by Bose, but by Nehru. The first All Bengal Conference was presided by Nehru. So this is false. S.A. Dangre became the first Indian to be elected to the leadership of the Communist International. S.A. Dangre. So this is also false because it is the M.N. Roy. It is a M.N. Roy. Okay. So this is also false. So here answer will be only 1. No? 1 will be the answer of this question. Then in case of this one, consider the following statements. The Communist Party of India remain an integral part of the national movement and the National Congress. This is true. They were the integral part of the national movement and National Congress also. Vallabhbhai Patel played a very important role in the settlement of the site at Tata Iron and the Steel of Jamshedpur. Okay. So this statement is not true. This statement is not true. It is not Patel, but it is Subhash Chandra Bose. है ना? So this statement is false. Women played an important role throughout their participation in the revolutionary movement in the Bengal. So the 1 is false, 2 is true. So only 2 will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. So finally we have discussed 30 questions. Please let me know how many questions like you are able to solve out of these 30 questions. Tomorrow I will bring the further questions on the national movement, है ना, especially the main phase of the national movement. I will bring some questions and we will again try to. So tomorrow will be a last discussion for the prelim support program for history paper. Other teachers will take up the other topic. Okay, so we'll see you टुमारो, है ना. कल हम मिलते हैं एंड देखते हैं कि व्हाट इज द मेन मोटिव्स, है ना, कि व्हाट इज द मेन थीम्स. यू डू प्रैक्टिस एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन फील फ्री टू कमेंट मी on the any YouTube channel. You can also contact me through our platform, है ना. So you can feel free to talk to the management of Plutus IAS, and if there is any doubt you can comment on my any of the video. My team will see and I will respond to you. Otherwise you can also contact the Plutus IAS if any problems are there. Okay, so we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much.